After Bubba and Laverne. Look up in the sky. It's the superheroes of travel. Ricky Tyers and TOSCI Williams on It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Listeners, you can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /TalkTainment/It's Your Time to Travel. Laverda. We're almost there. On our way to Amsterdam. I'm really excited to see some of the so-called coffee shops. This will be a great trip. But wait a minute. Why are we still in Amsterdam? Amsterdam has more culture than any other city on earth.
What are you saying, Bubba? This is kind of a hidden secret you threw in there. Did you know that prostitution is legal in Amsterdam? Okay. Well, maybe. It is known that Martine and Lois Falken live there, and they are the oldest women in the oldest profession. Yes, prostitution is the oldest profession. The 74-year-old sex workers have notched up nearly pleasuring 355,000 men. Can you see that? 355,000 men, Bubba, which is greater than the population of Iceland.
Laverda, where did you get this information from? I know one thing. They are still in their prime. I believe they are in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Bubba, they have the nerve to ride tourists around on the back of tire bikes. You know how you used to ride when you was a child, Bubba, with your brother or sister on the back of that bike, and you'd ride, you'd hold on to the seat or hold on to your brother or sister's waist. That's how they ride around here, Bubba. That's how they drive the tourists around. They have the nerve to call them backy bikes. What is that?
Well, that might be one way of getting rid of you, Laverda, is to put you on the back of my bike and then watch you fall off.
What?
I can see you now on the back of my bike falling off. What the heck? I would pay to see that.
That's not funny, Bubba.
They have a lot going on here. It's a nice place to visit, and the museums are awesome.
I bet you would pay money for that, Bubba, to see me fall off the back of a bike.
I might even push you off.
What? You probably laugh too. Bubba, I have to do something to you. You will fall right with me, Bubba, because I would make sure if I fall, you fall too.
Tune in next time for the fun and excitement in Amsterdam. Did Bubba and Laverda find life and romance in Amsterdam? Don't miss out on the fun. Until next time, enjoy Amsterdam.
And we'll go viral on that if you see Bubba fall.
So tell me, what did you think of Amsterdam?
I enjoyed Amsterdam. I really did. Amsterdam, I've never been to Amsterdam. However, in all of the reading that I did and doing some of the research about Amsterdam, it was a little funny. So that's why Bubba and Laverda got a bit of humor out of that as well.
Oh, yeah. And, one of the things that we didn't talk about, but you kind of mentioned it, was the red light district.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the things we didn't talk about was the red light district in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is beautiful, a beautiful city, and I didn't realize that. Such a nice place to go if you want to just chill out and just do some sightseeing. Like you said last week, it's a lot of museums. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure Bubba and Laverda will have a great time in Amsterdam, especially like you said on those backy bikes. I don't think they'll get on those though, but they might get on the bikes that have the little cart and they pull them along. Maybe they'll do that. That's cute.
So, look up in the sky. It's the Superheroes of Travel with Ricky Tyers and TOSCI Williams on this Your Time to Travel on TalkTimeRadio.com. Listeners, you can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube/Talktainment/ It's Your Time to Travel. So, we're going to move on to Germany. Okay? We're leaving Amsterdam and we're moving on. We're moving on to Germany. And did you know that the 5th of May marks the 200th birthday of Karl Marx? Karl Marx was, he was a philosopher. He was a radical Democrat. And he changed to a communist. He was a social critic. He got kicked out. He got exiled from Germany, and he lived his final life in London. And May 5th, 2018, marks the 200th birthday of Karl Marx.
Oh, nice.
So what do you think about that?
That's a little different.
So we have 5 reasons to fly to Germany. For those looking for summer travel inspirations, Germany offers up a wealth of opportunities and ideal hub of exploring Europe as a whole. One of the reasons to travel to Germany is for river cruising. Cruises along the river often begin in Nuremberg. And as you can see, you can cruise down the Danube River and just see all these sights in Germany. And the Danube River is one of the longest rivers in Europe.
Look at that. That's nice.
You know, so you can you can actually sit back and see Germany from your riverboat cruise. And along the way, travelers can see charming villages, including the Austrian town of Passad, known as the City of Three Rivers, Vienna, known as the City of Music. And as you can see there, as you cruise down the Danube River, you get these wonderful sights of everything going on in Germany.
Look at that. That's gorgeous. That's another city with nice architecture.
Right.
Look at that building. That was nice.
And did you know that our co-host was born in Germany?
Yes, I was.
She was born in Germany.
My dad was in the service. So yes, I was born in Germany. I was born in Rheinsberg, Germany, and I was there until I was 5 years old. So my sister and I both were born in Germany.
Wow.
Yes. Now, I get a lot of people saying to me, "Hey, do you speak German? Do you know?" You know what?
No.
Listen,
not at all.
Not at all. I said until I was 5 years old. That's been years and years ago. So I do not remember any German. Now, you know what? I did understand from my mom that I spoke German before I could speak English. Go figure. She said I did that.
Wow.
I had a German babysitter. Now, what in the world? Really?
All right. So another reason to visit Germany is an outdoor adventure. The Bavarian Alps are an ideal adventure destination for hikers, mountain bikers, and outdoor enthusiasts in the summer months. The highest peak in Germany is called Zugspitze and can be reached on a 2-day trek or it can be reached by cable car. Visitors can also enjoy hiking to Gorge or walking to Hell Valley Gorge. So on the screen is showing you some of the places that you can visit. That is trying to just some of the things that you can do for an outdoor adventure in Germany.
You know what, Ricky? Ricky, I don't know if you knew this or not, but in a city, there's a city in it's in Michigan, so it's approximately 4 hours from here. Maybe there's a city in Michigan called Frankenmuth, Michigan. And I went there before, and I tell you, Frankenmuth, Michigan has everything set up like a small German town. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. It's really quaint. You actually go to Frankenmuth. It's for the Christmas season or whatever they do for Christmas time. And it's very pretty during Christmas. But we got an opportunity to walk around, see the sights there, just see some of the buildings. They had a lot going on, and it was really, really nice because they mirrored some of the architecture in Germany. So it was really nice walking up and down the strip just to see some of the things there. Now, it's not a huge strip like Vegas or anything, but it's a small, quaint little town where you could go and you could get the danishes. They make German danishes, which is good. They had some of the German food which is good as well. And we got an opportunity to taste a lot of different things and have a great time there. So it's only 5 hours, 4.5 to 5 hours away. It took me maybe about 4, so it'll take somebody else a little longer. But you could go there and have a great time. So that's something awesome to try, just to go see, get a feel for what the architecture is like. Get out of Columbus for a little bit and go visit other cities and see maybe and get an idea of some of the architecture in Germany.
So some of the other sites in the Bavarian Alps is the Eagle's Nest Retreat, which is one of Germany's most famous castles. It was Hitler's notorious hideout, and it was called Eagle's Nest Retreat, and that's also in the Alps. And then they have something called the Fairy Tale Road. Travelers looking for an ideal summer road trip can drive along Germany's Fairy Tale Road. Visitors can begin the journey that follows into the footsteps of the Brothers Grimm from Frankfurt and finishes in Bremen. And along the way, travelers can take in Frankfurt's major sites, including the Museum of Natural History, Goethe's house, before heading to the village of Steinhoff, where the Fairy Tale Road officially begins. You can stop along the way. The journey is more than 350 miles. And again, we're looking at riverboat cruising on the Danube. It's just a beautiful sight, and the difference between riverboat cruising and a ocean cruise is that there's no waves. Okay, so it's just smooth sailing. It's totally smooth sailing, and there's always directors on the riverboats to give you a history of what you're actually seeing.
Okay. And
2 things left. There's the Moselle Valley wine route that you can do a lot of wine tasting. Visitors can meet.
Oh, look at that!
Visitors can meet wine growers. They can stay overnight in the castle. They can float down the river, passing through a region crowded with vineyards and vast estates. So, have you ever stayed in the castle?
No, I have not. And there's a couple castles here in the local area. Did you know that, Ricky?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. There's a few castles within the local area. As a matter of fact, on 71 North, right off of that, close by Mohican, there is a castle. It's a hotel, and a lot of people do know about it because it's always booked.
Now that one I know about.
Yeah, that's beautiful too. And then there's another castle that has a murder mystery. That's another nice one. That's actually going towards, I want to say, that's on right off of 23, maybe. I think it's off of 23 somewhere. So I think that's another one that's really, really nice. I think it's off of 23 South. And it's really pretty online. Now, I don't know what it's like in person. I haven't seen that one yet up close. So I don't know about that one in person. But I've seen the one going towards Mohican. I've seen that one up close.
And so in Germany, they also have what's called city breaks. It's Germany's metropolitan hubs that makes travel to the country ideal for those looking for sophisticated city breaks. An ideal example is the country's capital of coup, which is Berlin. So what you're looking at is a cityscape, and there's and the nightlife at Hickenshire Market is world famous.
Look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Now you won't get me that close
It's
to
a
that.
castle.
Look at that. Right. That's very pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very pretty. Another castle.
Right.
Germany.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
And don't forget to purchase a Berlin welcome card, the city's ticket to tourism that includes more than 200 sites and attractions.
Now, see, Frankenmuth is similar to this right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up and so you'll walk the strip a little bit, and then you, in the hotels and everything, they're dressed in German clothing, which is for the hotels and for the castles there. It is really a nice experience to go. So just to get a feel of it, so it's really pretty. I know my sister and I plan on going back to Germany to visit since we were both born there and haven't been back since we were born. So we decided we want to go back. So we're going to go take a visit. Look at that then. Look at that. That's like a stadium. That's pretty. Yeah, it is a stadium.
It's a soccer stadium. It is a soccer stadium. Germany. You know, I haven't been to Germany since I was trying to think of the last time I was in Germany. 1985.
Really?
It was 1985 when I was in Germany. I went there for a job interview.
Oh, okay.
With Volkswagen of America.
That's nice. That's right. You were telling me that, Ricky. That must have been exciting.
Right. Yeah, it was exciting. But I wasn't there very long, and of course I didn't get the job. And I was trying to think, why didn't I get the job? But I think my wife didn't want to move. That was a big move for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that time we were living in Lima, Ohio, and the move from Toledo to Lima wasn't that bad, but the move from Lima to Germany was like, are you crazy?
Right. That's a big move.
Hey, would
That's a big move.
Right. Would you? Oh, no. Yeah, so.
You'll never get me that far. Talk about we
Yeah.
married. We doing what? Where? Not me. No.
And also in Germany, they have classic festivals that has to do with classic music. Top conductors and soloists are prepared to perform beautiful classic pieces in beautiful surroundings. So just to name one or two, is a Heidelberg. It's an international music festival. It's the largest music festival in South Germany and ranks among the top international festivals for classic music. So there's a lot of reasons to visit Germany this summer. You got classical music, you got river cruises, you have food, you have nightlife. So you have all those reasons to fly to Germany. And just announced is a airlines called here's the other thing I didn't know about Germany until until today is how much an influence the Roman Empire had on Germany.
Okay.
You know, I never realized until today, and like we could have gone into different cities in Germany. That's like Trier. That city still looks like it did from the Roman days.
Oh.
And that's Germany's oldest city.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Germany.
So what is this? Is this the wine?
This is right. This is the wines.
And this is another lake.
That's another lake.
Now, you know, a lot of people know Germany for, what is it that they know Germany for? The Autobahn.
The Autobahn, right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. A lot of people know Germany for the Autobahn.
But I know Germany for World War II.
Yeah.
You know? So today is easier to fly to Germany. There's a nonstop flight. There's a nonstop airlines called Condor. And they have nonstop flights flying from Phoenix to Frankfurt. Also flying from New Orleans, Pittsburgh, San Diego, and San Francisco. And the airline offers connections to some of Europe's most popular destinations. So last week, as we talked about catching the train going from London to Amsterdam, there is a flight that takes you directly to Germany from Pittsburgh, will be the closest to us. From Pittsburgh directly to Frankfurt. So Germany has a lot going on, and like I mentioned, I didn't realize the influence that the Romans had on Germany. You know, I never. So the Hackensire market, which is a big to do, is a real big to do in Germany. I mean, they talk of this place like it's like it's the world, and that's one of the city breaks. Is this you can enjoy the nightlife in this particular area, Hackensire Market, and they spell market M-A-K-T.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Now, you know what? Here's another thing. The more we look at different places, you see a monorail, or you would see a tram, or you would see
bikes.
Bikes, or some type of other way to look, this right here, this little scooter here. Right. So there's a lot of different ways to go places in these other countries. And for some reason, and maybe different states as well. And for some reason, Ohio, we fall short. We don't want a train. We don't want a monorail. We don't want anything. So I don't.
Well, that's
understand.
Columbus. That's Columbus.
And that's one of the best ways to get around. Besides, COTA doesn't go everywhere. So they need to just go ahead and bite the bullet, get the money for the state, and put that out there. We need something else.
So now is the time to book the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for an extraordinary experience. Visit www.TireStores.com to find the best packages available to the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And don't forget to sign up for our weekly newsletter featuring red hot travel specials. So you can go to my website, www.TireStores.com, and sign up for our newsletters, and you'll get all this wonderful information available to you every 2 weeks. So
yes.
in closing, Tashi, is there anything that you want to talk about?
Ricky. Anything else? No, we've covered a lot this evening. We sure have. In the first half of the show, we talked about a little bit going on with Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Yes, we talked about New Orleans.
Yes,
we sure did. We've also discussed the 4 various tips for
Aruba.
Yes, so there's our little cap. When did we just discuss Germany?
Now Aruba's theme is 90,000 friends you haven't met yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nice. And we also discussed a little bit about different festivals in New Orleans, and we did Bubba and Laverta. They went on their trip to Amsterdam. Yes, so we had a little bit going on in this show.
And we talked about Germany.
Yes, that's what I said. We just talked about Germany, so there's a lot going on there. So hey, people, if you ever want an opportunity just to see what Frankenmuth is like, or just to get a visit of the different buildings and architecture, there's that Germantown, like I mentioned, and it's in Michigan. Call Ricky up. I'm sure he could put a package together for you.
866-547-5362. And I also do European tours. I can do it as small as one person or as large as 55.
Yes.
But we also do European tours, and now is the time to travel to Europe.
And hey, you might want us to come along with you. So
yeah.
we would be glad to come along with you. Ricky and I love to party. Whoop, whoop.
All right. Look up in the sky. It's the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tynes and TOSCI Williams, able to take you around the world by air, land, or sea, even by flying saucer. And we're live on TalkTainmentRadio.com.
See you next time.
So if you volunteer.
Worldwide sound. TalkTainmentRadio.com. We give you a reason to come. The world's greatest radio. We give you a reason to stay. TalkTainment Radio. Worldwide sound. TalkTainment Radio. Talktainment Radio.